for some people to come in. I'm on live. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's kind of late. Well, it ain't late. It's a little after 9. I'm sitting up here. I went to the doctor the other day, and as you all know, I had C-19 real bad, and the weather has been changing so much, and it messes with my lungs. So I had antibiotics the other day. They made me feel a little better, but with this weather being in the hundreds, you really got to take it easy, even if you don't have issues like I do. I have to see a pulmonologist. It was once a month. I think last year was the last year I had to go once a month. This time I go every 3 to 6 months or as needed. And as y'all can hear, it has affected my voice because of this heat, the rain, the humidity here. It is so bad. And I had to wind up being put in the hospital, you all. That's where I am now. Um, they call it long-term effects. Because I had it really, really bad. Everybody know if you have listened to my live or heard my testimony of what I went through when I had it. I had to learn how to walk, talk, all that all over again. And I was in the hospital for months. I went through rehab, physical therapy, and I listened to my body. And I'm like, my breathing, and I was getting tired and everything. So I went to the ER and they gave me antibiotics. And a steroid shot. And when you get steroid shots, if you're diabetic, it makes your glucose shoots to the moon. But I'm doing good. And that's the reason I put my title as focus. Even in times like this, you guys, you have to focus. And you still count it all joy because you know who holds the anchor. But they put me in the hospital today. And I have to drive. I had did a live this morning. I was on my way up here. You have to drive under my doctor, the specialist, my pulmonologist, and I have to drive like almost 2 hours. But y'all, they give you the best care. I didn't know they was gonna keep me, but like I say, um, I think my left lung is worse than the right one. So they trying to make sure that, I'm doing good. But I have some wonderful nurses. I don't know how long I'm going to be up here, but I'm just glad that I have a doctor that cares for me. Most doctors don't really care for their patient, but my doctor, she is so good at what she does. And if you do have issues like asthma, COPD, y'all be careful in this sun and in the changing of the weather. That's the reason I know when to move and not to move. And so when it gets hot or humidity, the weather flip-flopping like it does, I know not to be out there in that weather and just sit myself down. But I'm good. I'm in good spirit. And again, I don't know how long I'm going to be up here, y'all. But I'm sitting up here now. I was praying earlier because you have to pray, in your tough season and storm. Make sure you pray. and see like it to mess with my, when I get like this, it does something to my voice. Um, they saying it's the oxygen or the breathing that I'm doing causes your voice to kind of change. Now, when I had C19, y'all, I actually stuttered, and I never stuttered a day in my life. So, to my trendsetters and those who may see this live, please be careful in this weather, especially if you have anything dealing with the pulmonary system. Please be careful. Um, I will experience what the doctors say, long-term effects of it. But I still pray, still keep my focus. And I know my limitations, you know. I know how far to go, and I know when to sit down and say, okay. That's the reason I was telling y'all the other day, listen to your body. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I know how my body works now because I had it. And I showed y'all my little breathing thing that I use, that little tube. I have to use it every day. These are just some life-changing things I had to do personally with having that. And that was in 2021. And here it is, 2026. And I still, you know, go through with it. But like I said, I'm happy because I have faith and I trust. And these are to the people who be like, well, how could you be talking about God and you're with your condition? But you know what? I'm still here and I'm still able to testify the goodness of Jesus. So I'm just glad that I went to the ER because I can tell when my breathing is getting up to be a bit much. And I showed y'all that thing they had to. I thought I had this thing on. I showed y'all that thing they put on my arm. Hold on. I showed y'all that little monitor that they put on my arm to check my oxygen level because I have to keep my oxygen levels checked. I'm not on oxygen, but I don't know what's going to happen when I leave them up here. So I was just informing my trendsetters. That's where I was. What's the day? Tuesday. I didn't get on. Did I get on live? Monday. I spent time at the doctor. Then we came up here. Me and my doctor was emailing back and forth. So I'm glad we have that type of relationship. And that's another thing. Develop a relationship with your doctor. Find you a good doctor and stick with him. Do what that doctor tell you to do to the best of your ability. And I don't know how other people doctors are, but I have great doctors. I see all my doctors are specialists. And I just want y'all to be careful in that heat. And when I'm up here cold though, and the room is cold. But I'm just laying here and I said, let me get on live and talk to the trendsetters and tell them to be careful in this heat. Not just the trendsetter, anybody. Y'all please be careful in this heat. It's supposed to get up to, I saw in one area here, like 118 degrees. And then I think somewhere on the interstate, it was on fire here, somewhere here. But I'm good. But it does something to my voice. It's the weirdest thing. Now, sometimes when I get like this, I will stutter. I don't know what kind of thing that was in the air. But, and the floor I'm on, it's so many people up here, y'all. But I've been praying for the floor, praying for my nurses and everything. The only thing I don't like about being in a hospital, they come in the room every other second. But they got to do their job, y'all. But I might come back live tomorrow when this day I have to do therapy too. I have to walk. And I don't know what I'm watching on TV, y'all. I think I'm watching the Christmas channel. They got a lot of channels on this TV too. But I ain't gonna stay on here long. I just coming on to tell everybody. I don't know what the weather like where you at, but here, y'all, it's gonna be so hot. The 4th of July, we were gonna go to the beach. My mama had me laugh. My mom said she ain't going out there in this. I said we could have stayed in the Airbnb. We didn't have to go to the beach, because that's what we normally do. We'll go to the resort little area up when we go to Florida. We go to the resort. That's my other phone. Somebody probably driving down the road. Let me turn my house lights off too. And that's another thing about having a smart lights and things in your house. You can turn them off by phone. And I know they on. But I'm praying for my trendsetters in this weather. I'm praying for anybody who have pulmonary issues, especially because this heat ain't nothing to play with, y'all. And I want to say that I love you all. Thank you for your support. I see people love my nephews and them stroll dance, the noobs. I love them too because I like the way they do the shimmy. I love them. And I think I'm finna go to sleep. Call my mama, let her know I'm good. This thing on my arm, and she says, okay. This IV they got in my arm where they put my antibiotics at. I thought it would bleed, but she said that's the way it's supposed to look. And I'd have been poked so much. My veins are small. Hey, tell Mom I was going to call her, but since you on here, tell I'm doing good. I done had some more antibiotics. I done had 2 breathing treatments. And I done had my insulin. And they did my CT scan, so I'll probably call her when I get off of here. But thank God for doctors and nurses. And please treat them right. Them people taking care of you. So don't give them a hard time. I had a good lunch. Well, they brought me lunch. And then for dinner, I chose a salad. And then I didn't eat all it. They kind of got at me because I didn't eat all my lunch. I left some on my plate. But I ate the majority of it. And I don't know if it's the steroids that's drying my mouth out. But y'all, I be so thirsty. My mouth get dry real fast. It get dry real fast. But y'all have a good night. We'll chat tomorrow. And I guess that's it. I done drunk one water. I got to drink another one. And they brought me some Jell-O pudding. I wish it was vanilla. They brought me chocolate. But again, please be careful in this weather, especially if you have asthma, any type of pulmonary problems. Maybe I should be normally when I go through something, I hold a workshop on it. So maybe this one of my callings to be an advocate for people who have issues. Maybe I'll call it something like life after C-19. I think I might do that and get with some people and host Lord, that was you telling me to do that. host a workshop or wellness clinic on it. And I think that's what I'll do with what I'm going through. See, when the enemy try to throw curveballs in your life, I'm going to tell you how you win. You take what he's throwing at you and you go out and help other people. That's how you get your victory. When the enemy start messing with your finances, start giving. It don't have to be money. You can go in your closet, get old shoes and clothes that you don't need, and just start giving that stuff away. If he start attacking you in your health, start praying for other people. Go to the hospital, go to the nursing home. When he start messing with your children, y'all go get other folks' children, start taking them different. This how you combat evil with good. I'm able to lay here and encourage you all, even though I'm going through. So this how I take stumbling blocks. This how I take roadblocks and still praise and thank and encourage others. So maybe everything we go through is for a reason and a purpose, you guys. Whatever you're facing right now, it's for a purpose and it's for a reason. And you have to take that and ask God, Lord, what do you want me to do with that? And see, I was sitting there talking to y'all and then talking to you all. I said I would go out and do work, I don't want to call it a workshop, a wellness, maybe a little wellness conference and on life after seeing the Holy Spirit. Don't let me forget that. And show other people what I do to maintain after, especially if you're going to deal with the long-term effects. There are people who, like myself, have long-term effects with it. So I can take that and run with it. Thank you, Lord, for the idea. And that's what you have to do, you all. When you dealing with life, I'm just going to say life, to keep it where people can receive. When you're dealing with life, when life want to give you lemonades, take that lemon and really make you a big old tall glass of lemonade. And that may be with your finances, your health, your children, your career. You know, if you got somebody picking on you, bothering you, send them a card. Tell them thank you. Thank you for helping me get to the next level in life. I used to do that, y'all. I send people thank you notes, so they didn't even know why. Well, they know now if they on this live. I would just send them thank you notes. Thank you for bothering me. Thank you for helping me be blessed and not stressed. So that's how you keep your peace and your happy. You're going to cry, because I've cried, because one thing about me, I don't like to be sick. I don't like pain at all. My family will tell you. And after you get through crying, go out and strengthen your brothers. So that's what I'm doing for you all, giving y'all some strength in spite of. So, I don't know, that's a nurse knocking on my door. They must be at somebody else's door. But I love you all. I want y'all to have a good night, a peaceful night. And again, stay focused. Count it all joy. And happy Tuesday. And we're going to get some rest. And God willing, we'll see you all on Hump Day Wednesday. I love you all.